Today, we're going to have to talk about the Sabbath day. Here in Exodus 20 verses 8, you can read the following. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it set apart. And that's what we have to do. Now, I got the book of Jubilees in front of me, and that book is regarded as pseudo. Not really liking it, but this is what people are saying about it, even though the Most High's word is also in there. So I'm gonna read this for you, so that you have a better understanding of what this book says in compare with Genesis, because Genesis deals with the entire creation as well, but it's not really telling you what he made on the first day and what he made on the second day. A little bit, but not in detail, okay? And there is an interesting part at the end that's going to intrigue you. If you didn't read the Jubilees yet. If you did, then perfect. Then you know what I'm gonna say right now. You know what I'm gonna read. But if you didn't, this is gonna be perfectly new for you. It even says that this is out of Genesis. This is more about the Genesis. You know what I mean? Let's begin. And the angel of the presence spake to Moses according to the word of the Lord Yahweh, saying, write the complete history of the creation, how in 6 days the Lord Yahweh finished all his works and all that he created, and kept Sabbath on the seventh day, and hallowed it for all the ages, and appointed it as a sign for all his works. So the Sabbath day is tomorrow, actually now, when the sun goes under, today, and when the sun goes under tomorrow on Saturday. And in between there, that's your Sabbath. That's your rest day. On these moments you rest. You're not going to work. You're not going to buy. You're not going to sell. Okay, these are the things that you need to understand. For on the first day he created the heavens, which are above, and the earth, and the waters, and all the spirits which serve before him, the angels of the presence, and the angels of sanctification, and the angels of the spirit of fire, and the angels of the spirits of the winds, and the angels of the spirits of the clouds, and of darkness, and of snow, and of hail, and of hoarfrost, and the angels of the voices, and of the thunder, and of the lightning, and the angels of the spirits of cold and heat, and of winter, and of spring, and of autumn, and of summer, and of all the spirits of his creatures which are in the heavens and on the earth. He created the abysses and the darkness, eventide and night, and the light, dawn and day, which he had prepared in the knowledge of his heart. And thereupon we saw his works, and praised him, and lauded before him on account of all his works. For 7 great works did he create on the first day. You see that? So in the first day, all the angels are being created. And on the second day, he created the firmament in the midst of the waters, and the waters were divided on that day. Half of them went up above, and half of them went down below the firmament that was in the midst over the face of the whole earth. And this was the only work God Yahweh created on the second day. And on the third day, he commanded the waters to pass from off the face of the whole earth into one place, and the dry land to appear. And the waters did so as he commanded them, and they retired from off the face of the earth into one place outside of this firmament, and the dry land appeared. And on that day he created for them all the seas according to their separate gathering places, and all the rivers, and all the gatherings of the waters in the mountains, and on all the earth, and all the lakes, and all the dew of the earth, and the seeds which is sown, and all sprouting things, and fruit-bearing trees, and trees of the wood, and the garden of Eden in Eden, and all plants after their kind. These 4 great works God Yahweh created on the third day. And on the fourth day he created the sun, and the moon, and the stars, which are round suns, actually other suns, because stars don't have points, they're round. and set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon all the earth, and to rule over the day and the night, and divide the light from the darkness. And God Yahweh appointed the sun to be a great sign on the earth for days and for Sabbaths and for months and for feasts and for years and for Sabbaths of years and for Jubilees and for all seasons of the years. And it divided the light from the darkness and for prosperity, that all things may prosper which shoot and grow on the earth. These three kinds he made on the fourth day. And on the fifth day he created great sea monsters in the depths of the waters, for these were the first things of flesh that were created by his hands, the fish and everything that moves in the water, and everything that flies, the birds and all their kinds. And the sun rose above them to prosper them, and above everything that was on the earth, everything that shoots out of the earth, and all fruit-bearing trees and all flesh. These three kinds he created on the fifth day. And on the sixth day he created all the animals of the earth, and all cattle, and everything that moves on the earth. And after all this he created man. A man and a woman created he them, and gave them dominion over all that is upon the earth, and in the seas, and over everything that flies, and over beasts, and over cattle, and over everything that moves on the earth, and over the whole earth, and over all this he gave him dominion. And these four kinds he created on the sixth day, and there were altogether 22 kinds. And he finished all his works on the sixth day, all that is in the heavens, and on the earth, and in the seas, and in the abysses, and in the light, and in the darkness, and in everything. And he gave us a great sign, the Sabbath day, that we should work 6 days, but keep Sabbath on the seventh day from all work. And all the angels of the presence, and all the angels of the sanctification, these two great classes he had hidden us, to keep the Sabbath with him in heaven and on earth. And he said unto us, Behold, I will separate unto myself a people from among all the peoples, and these will keep the Sabbath day, and I will sanctify them unto myself as my people, and will bless them as I have sanctified the Sabbath day, and do sanctify it unto myself, even so shall I bless them, and they will be my people, and I shall be their God. So this is probably why this book is, seen as pseudo, because it's dealing with the fact that the Most High Yahweh established us, Israelites, already way before that Abram actually came along. So you gotta understand, man, that why they hide certain books, because they really do not good. And I have chosen the seed of Jacob from among all that I have seen, and have written him down as my firstborn son, and have sanctified him unto myself forever and ever. And I will teach them the Sabbath day, that they may keep Sabbath thereon from all work. And thus he created therein a sign, in accordance with which they should keep Sabbath with us on the seventh day, to eat and to drink, and to bless him who hath created all things, as he hath blessed and sanctified unto himself a peculiar people above all peoples, and that they should keep Sabbath together with us. And he caused his command to ascend as a sweet savour, acceptable before him all the days. There were 22 heads of mankind, from Adam to Jacob, and 22 kinds of work were made until the seventh day. This is blessed and holy, and the former also is blessed and holy, and this one serves with that one for sanctification and blessing. And to this Jacob and his seed it was granted that they should always be the blessed and holy ones of the first testimony and law, even as he had sanctified and blessed the Sabbath day on the seventh day. He created heaven and earth and everything that he created in 6 days, and God Yahweh made the seventh day set apart for all his works. Therefore he commanded on its behalf that whoever doth any work thereon shall die, and that he who defiled it shall surely die. Wherefore do thou command the children of Israel to observe this day, that they may keep it set apart, and not do thereon any work, and not to defile it, as it is holier, more set apart than all other days. And whoever profaned it shall surely die, and whoever doth thereon any work shall surely die eternally, that the children of Israel may observe this day throughout their generations, and not be rooted out of the land, for it is a holy day and a blessed day, and everyone who observed it and keeps Sabbath thereon from all his work will be set apart and blessed throughout all days like unto us. Declare and say to the children of Israel the law of this day, both that they should keep Sabbath thereon, and that they should not forsake it in the error of their hearts, and that it is not lawful to do any work thereon which is unseemly, to do thereon their own pleasure, and that they should not prepare thereon anything to be eaten or drunk, and that it is not lawful to draw water or bring in or take out thereon through their gates any burden which they had not prepared for themselves on the 6th day, which is today, in their dwellings. And they shall not bring in nor take out from house to house on that day, for that day is more set apart and blessed than any Jubilee days of the Jubilees. On this we kept Sabbath in the heavens before it was made known to any flesh to keep Sabbath thereon on the earth. And the Creator of all things blessed it, but he did not sanctify all peoples and nations to keep Sabbath thereon, but Israel alone. Them alone he permitted to eat and drink and to keep Sabbath thereon the earth. And the Creator of all things blessed this day which he had created for a blessing and a sanctification and a glory above all days. This law and testimony was given to the children of Israel as a law forever unto their generations. So you see that actually, don't get me wrong, Genesis is a good book, but it's a watered down version of what is written in Jubilees, because in Jubilees you find way more, and it also speaks about how the Most High Yahweh has sanctified us to do the Sabbath, on this day, and that we would be the only one, and he's established a peculiar nation that would be his people, and that he would be our God. So now you understand, why I want to read out of this, and why I disagree with all the people who say that the book of Jubilees is pseudo, because it's not. Nor is the book of Enoch, nor is the book of Nephi, nor is all these other books that I have already mentioned pseudo. It's just them, the enemy, saying, oh, there's too much information in there, you can't read that. You can't read that. So they keep us small, they keep us dumb, they keep us away from the actual information. That's why you need to read this. Read it. Study to show yourself approved.